Let's look at page 4 and 5, and this is to do, or rather like a follow-up of the new Chief Justice. Basically has taken office, and he gave some direction in terms of how he intends to have his term go. But interesting here that you may have missed it, but Kenya is at war with hustlers and petty offenders. What is this all about?
Well, this one just shows you the realities of communities where we reside. You find that, for instance, Nairobi, which is the capital city of Kenya, you'll find that to a great extent there are many suburban areas, which is occupied by people who are either in the low class, talk of the so-called slums, talk of Dandora, talk of Kariobangi, talk of Mathare, Korogocho. You find that within those communities, there is a lot of communities from different parts of Kenya, forced by circumstances of life, search for jobs, search for opportunities, to live together as brothers. And in most times, you find that it's not a very easy undertaking. There's bound to be conflict between neighbors. So you find that a majority of these conflicts, most of them will happen in those low-class suburbs. Unlike the middle and upper-class areas where you find that people live in gated communities, you walk into your house, you stay with your family, the next morning you leave. So you have very less opportunities of clashing with your neighbors. Some have even been saying that before the coming in of the Nyumba Kumi, people didn't know their neighbors.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But you find that in such informal settlements, people live in the famous Ploti 10, you know. They have to share the tap water, and there'll be a scramble. The neighbors' children will have to play in the small space. The children will fight, the parents will let in. So conflict is more exacerbated in those areas. That's why you find police arresting more of them. It has more instances of drug abuse among the youth who are unemployed. And then you find that these are the people who get in conflict with the law.
With the law.
So the statistics are there. It is the petty offenders who clog our criminal justice system. But the Chief Justice is very clear that his vision is going to be pro-poor, okay? In terms of access to justice, in terms of opening up, you know, the criminal justice system to make sure that now there's a refocus. The petty offenders ought not to be in jail.
Ought not to be in jail, and I guess their cases can be dealt with quickly and not moved aside, but that gives room, basically, for other offences to be given the due time that they require for them to be expedited. But there you go. That's an interesting article right there on page 4 and 5. But let's